So there's this little idea I just wanted to share with you quickly that it's actually good to suck. It's good not to be great. So maybe you're trying to do a thing. Maybe you want to get better at that thing. Maybe you've been working it out a while and you've realised, you admit to yourself that I'm no good at this. I'm not good at this. And by good, you mean you've gone off onto the internet and you've compared yourself against the pros, the people who maybe even inspired you to want to start this thing in the first place. Because this is the thing, that the pros, the one percenters, the people at the very upper echelons at the top of the game they are good. They are really good, and most people aren't on their level. Most people will never get to their level. That can be quite disheartening, especially if you've been trying to get somewhere for a while. But that doesn't mean that where you're at now is completely useless. Basically, whatever level you're at, whether you're at level 1 or level 10 or level 50, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be at level 99. You can still inspire other people. In fact, it can be more inspirational to other people that are at a lower level than you than if you're on level 99 and the gap between the two of you is just so far away. Because you might have realised that being good, I mean really good, being great at something is not easy. And for some people, it's just not even attainable. And it might not even be attainable because of them personally. I don't necessarily advocate sort of having this victim mentality where you sort of from the offset say, oh, I'm no good at this, I can never win, I can never be the best. Because sometimes that just creates a sort of a belief that makes you not even try. So you want to try, you want to get better, but there might be some things standing in your way. Maybe you have a sort of physical or mental disability, or just bad circumstances, which means that you getting from A to B is going to be a harder process or a slower process, and it might be a process that is just never going to happen. Doesn't mean you can't have a lot of fun along the way, but there are people out there who they can't do the thing that you want to do, even as good as you can do it. There are people that would love to be at your level, and you can inspire those people. You can show them what you can do, and that can help them. You can teach them things. You don't necessarily need the people at the very top to be the teachers and the holders of all the wisdom in the world. Because another thing I've noticed with the art game, for example, when you've got an artist that's at the top, one of the one percenters on the top of the pyramid, they will explain how to be good at art more in sort of general principles and terms, because they don't really remember what it was like to be at the bottom and those things that they needed to learn to get to like level 2 and then to get to level 3. They don't remember the early levels. They might remember how to tweak something in their sort of art in recent years, which has helped them progress. But are they really going to remember what it was like to say be a 10-year-old kid or a 12-year-old kid who's picked up a pencil for the first time and is dreaming of becoming like a comic book artist or whatever it is? It's like you don't remember, or they don't remember. But if you're someone who's only been doing the art thing for a few years, or maybe you've been doing it for a long time and you've been on a very slow process to get to where the level that you're at, there's going to be a lot, I think, that you can pass on to other people, and I think they'll appreciate that, and they'll understand it in a way that makes more sense to them. And I think sometimes it's good to suck, because then people can say, you suck, I'm better than you, or I can be better than you, and that can give people motivation that wouldn't otherwise have it. I mean, it's great to be inspired by, for example, artwork that you just are wowed by. It blows your mind and you just think, wow, that actually blew my mind, and therefore I want to be able to produce something that can either blow my mind or blow other people's minds. And that's great. And some people are driven by the kind of end goal, but that end goal can be a long journey to get there. And in the meantime, what you're going to do, some people are going to be completely or feel completely defeated if they try to do something and they realize, I'm really bad at this thing. They're just going to give up. So sometimes you need to look at people who perhaps aren't at the top ends and are just a little bit further from where they are. And I think if people do that, that can give them just enough motivation to think, oh, I can nearly get there. I can nearly do this thing. So my advice is, if you're not very good, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do things. It shouldn't mean that you don't put your world out onto the internet, for example, to show everyone, because perhaps your style or your level is going to be just what people need in order to sort of keep with it and not feel discouraged. And yeah, so keep at it.